Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
ó. Os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar no impasse, olhasse, limpasse, olhava vocês. Monjo, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte dela, com um novo horizonte, trancada na cela ou numa favela. Verdade é feminina. Fui, vi, cidade luz, guetos, becos e pretos tristes como um blues. Mano, muçulmano, amor, islã. Assalamu alaikum, aleikum salam. Mil flor, mil dor, mil idioma, mil cor, tipo índio. Tio por, servos de Roma, frios por natureza morta. Legalité pour mon père, s'il vous plaît. Mil famílias, mil select.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
How you doing?
What's up, man? About to put on a show tonight.
We'll see about that. My team's ready.
Well, you better hope so. It's the only chance you got.
I'm going to remember that, freak. It's on.
Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Taking a look at New Orleans. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments, and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
And I think for New Orleans, they've looked very solid here to start the season. What's surprised me the most is just how much confidence this group is playing with.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Greg. I mean, that mental toughness bodes well, very well for them once we get later into the season.
Now the lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. Davis is out there with Maurice Spates, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. shot no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And boy, that was a tough one to lose, guys. But they played well throughout that game, just unable to convert down the stretch.
Yeah, I know we don't get into moral victories, but they can definitely take away some positives from it because even though they came up on the short end, there was some good stuff, too.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Alvin Gentry. He knows this won't be an easy game, especially defensively. And he talked about how difficult it is to contain shooting guard Manu Ginobili. He told me Ginobili is one of those right-brain scorers. He just sees the game just slightly differently. An angle to get by his man or an opportunity to draw contact. And, of course, he can really do it all. Drive, shoot, and pass. Kevin, Ginobili, without a doubt, one of the more well-rounded and competitive players in the entire league.
Thanks, Doris. Now here is Holiday. Following the miss by Freak, Evans, good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Taking 2 shots. And Duncan drops them both. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Holiday kicks to Spates, passes it to Evans. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And stolen by Aldridge. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Dishes it to Duncan. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
Now here's Gordon. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Spates. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, Howe, with that emphatic slam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 19-point game against Houston. Well, for New Orleans, shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Stoudemire out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Freak in at the 1 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gordon. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Drew Holiday. He's checked in for New Orleans. And San Antonio shooting well. 50% from the floor. Now, Freak. 26 points for him last game against the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
For New Orleans, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive number.
San Antonio making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Pass to Freak. The tray. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. New Orleans in the lead. Cole dishes to Holiday. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Cole. From 17 feet out. A rebound by the Spurs. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, and when you think about it, Greg, there was some really sloppy basketball being played by them, and they recognized that had they played a cleaner game, they could have gotten the win.
Let's go now to the sideline.
He also came away with a season high for rebounds. Safe to say he is out of his funk after a game like this. He'll try to keep up this pace now, guys.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
4 on the clock. They now take the lead. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
And finally, someone scores.
I tell you what, Greg, it's not been pretty, I'll say that much. These offenses have been really struggling.
And now, your Spurs team. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Spurs second.
So patient. Defensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Spates checked in for the Pelicans. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Cole, the pass to Davis. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Leonard. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Fires from deep. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3. And we're through the...
Yes, guys, I'm here.
Been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
What a great game for Evans in this one. 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Evans and Davis, the forward tandem, and it's Spates in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's stolen by Davis. Evans kicks to Holiday. He feeds it to Spates. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Spurs trail by 3. Ginobili kicks to Freak. To tie. No good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you. And you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. That's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
Spates sets a screen. Holiday dishes to Davis. On the wing, Gordon. Six on the shot clock. Back to Davis. Outside Holiday. Goes up on the wing, and that one's good. Now it's a 7-point New Orleans lead.
Well, what can you say about Holiday when he knocks down the shot like that? Beautiful.
Spates against Duncan. Freak passes to Ginobili. 13 feet away. Duncan can't hit. New Orleans leading by 7. Evans kicks to Gordon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gordon's got 7 points.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And it's Freak missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Stoudemire comes in for Duncan, and it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. Stoudemire dishes to Freak. They need this one. It's deflected. Here's Cole. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
And the call will be against Lamar.